What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So as you can see, this is sort of a different bit of a format to my usual videos. So I'm recording this now. It's Wednesday the 9th. I'm about to fly up to work again, do another 2 weeks of night shift, and we have no Wi-Fi at camp. So what I learned from the last 2 weeks of work, where I had some videos that I edited at work, there's no Wi-Fi. So for me to upload a 3-minute video, it took about 9 hours or something off my personal hotspot. So I can't really do that like moving forward. So ideally they will bring Wi-Fi and it'll be sweet, but I'll sort of have to backlog a bit of videos. So I've got a video at the moment which hopefully you guys have watched, which will be how to remove that little front grille from the bottom of the car. So that'll probably come out in a week's time from today, or maybe this coming weekend, which will be, I don't know, like the 10th or something like that. And then we also, and then this will be the video for the weekend after that. So I just want to try and get back into doing weekly uploads. So I thought it'd be a nice easy video for me to film and quickly upload before I fly out today to do a Q&A. So I put up on my Instagram, which if you're not following is my number plate, so ZU27U. But yeah, I did a few like poll things so you guys could ask me some questions, and there's definitely some I can't read out, but yeah, I'll try my best with some of them now, and yeah, we'll go through some. So starting off, the first one we have is, well, it's not a question, but it would be cool if you rated some of your favorite builds on Instagram. So that was Fresh G6ET. So a lot of you guys would know him if you're on Instagram. He's my number one cars, not twin, but twin. I always get compared to his car. I'm sure he would get compared. I always get told mine and his car are everyone's favourite G6E, so whatever. But anyway, he's an awesome dude. He runs Club Ford, or at least I think he still does. But yeah, he's an awesome dude. I was on the phone to him not too long ago. But in terms of rating my favourite builds on Instagram, I don't know. I honestly don't really pay that much attention to like builds on Instagram. Like I see cars pop up and whatever, it's cool, but I think the best part of the whole builds on Instagram for me is like how many sort of friendships I've made out of it. So for example, Stefan, Fresh G6ET, like I chat to him fairly often. Just heaps of people like interstate as well. People when I was working in WA, like just through Facebook I met some cool people. Just all through my car page or other people's car page, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know if I would have favourite builds on Instagram, so to speak, but I definitely have a lot of cool people with cars on Instagram, so that I would now consider friends, and hopefully I can go down to Melbourne soon, and I don't know, maybe even World Time Attack even if I don't get in, which I don't know when the cut-off date is. I applied on the last day that they brought out like a one-day only thing, but yeah, I don't know, it might be cool to go and see some internet friends there. But yeah, Fresh G6ET, he asked that question, and he is probably, I was actually saying this to the missus yesterday, of all the cars that I talk about frequently on Instagram, Stefan, it is yours. So Fresh G6ET, give him a follow, especially if you like G6E content. His is unreal. But yeah, I talk about his often because I often am saying I wish mine had the final finishes that his does, because I know I'm just not too happy with mine at the moment. But there's that. Dream Getaway / Holiday Destination by the one and only One Mean GT over in WA. I don't know about this because I've been to America and I absolutely loved it. Like, a lot of people don't like LA, but I loved it. I can't wait to go back. Same with New York. But I've already been there, so I don't know. I'd like to go to like the Bahamas and stuff and see like all the water and everything, but I don't know. I think my dream right now would just be go back to America and live it up again. And then he asked again, dream car build. I don't know, it's hard because if I could have unlimited money, I'd love to build the G6E to something that you just don't see, but then if I had all the money in the world, I don't know if I'd even have the G6E. My dream car is an Audi R8, the V10. So I'd say one of them. I'd say, yeah, probably an Audi R8. When you come into Melbourne, and again, straight after that, when do you plan on coming to Melbourne? So again, I do hope to come to Melbourne soon. I've got most of my family's in Melbourne. If you don't know, I used to live in Melbourne when I was younger. So that is something I want to do. It's just hard because, yeah, I don't know. I'd obviously have to drive my car there, so it would be worth it catching up with like everyone with my car. But man, my fuel economy is so bad, and I don't have a car that could tow either. So it is in the works. Like, I do want to organise it sometime soon and catch up with family and friends and whatnot. What made you pick a Falcon, and what is your top five favourite things you've done to it? Well, before the G6E, I had an XR8. I had a BA XR8, and that thing was awesome. But before that, I had an Evo, a WRX, a little EK Civic, and but yeah, once I went turbo, I sort of just got hooked on it. So I went the XR8, and it was a little bit old for me. Like, just all the head unit and stuff like that was just a bit outdated, and yeah, I sort of missed the turbo. So I don't really like the front of the XR6s, like with the little curve under the headlights. That's just not for me. So I thought, you know, what's something turbo, similar price to what I'd sell the XR8 for, and you know what could give me a bit of fun. So I didn't even know G6Es existed. Like, little did I know, I'd been in my cousin's G6E turbo and whatnot when I was younger. But yeah, a G6E come up, and for me it was just a no-brainer. Like, all the leather, nice interior with all the performance of an XR6 turbo. Only thing it was missing was obviously the LSD. So I got that. I sold my XR8 for 13 grand, and I picked up the G6E for 13.5. So that's ridiculously cheap by today's market. But yeah, 5 favourite things. 1 would be bags. Well, number 1 would be my Screamer. 2nd would be bags. 3rd would be the wrap. 4 as a whole, like making the power that it does now, I suppose. And 5, probably my custom headlights. I have a lot of fun with them. How long till you change the colour? Honestly, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, because I just want to clean it up. I love that colour in the sun, and I've said this to you guys heaps, but when it's not in the sun, like when it's a real cloudy day or it's nighttime, I don't like the sort of burgundy purpley colour that it goes. So I don't know, I've been thinking like if I just go back to black and sort of love that black life again, because I never stopped liking the black. That's what, you know, a few people thought I didn't like the silhouette, but I actually loved it. I just wanted something different to stand out a bit. So I don't know, I have been thinking about that, but at the moment, like, I still love the car too much. Like, if it really starts bothering me, maybe I'll peel it off and try again, but we'll see. Does she skid or what? I don't really skid. I don't really skid the car. Power skids sometimes. Power skids, yeah, but I never really like just get on the brake or loop it or anything like that. How much horsepower you're pushing? 605 at the wheels. I can't read that one out. When is the house going to be done? So for those following along, we've been at a standstill now for about 6-7 months at our house that we're building. So the builder couldn't get us a bricklayer. So after all this time, we got hit up and told that they sort of just want to remove bricks from all their builds, which I wasn't really too happy with. So I asked if we could find our own brickie, and sure enough, within 12 hours, I found us a bricklayer, and now the ball's rolling. So it's sort of annoying that we had to wait like 7 months for that to happen, when, who knows, I could have found one in 12 hours all the way back then. But yeah, I don't know when it'll be done, but our contract says, well, our original contract said we should have been done the 11th of December, and now it says the 3rd of March, and That's not even a month away, so that's not going to happen. But hopefully 3-4 months. Most hated wheels. I don't know what they're called, but the ones you see in like the real rough areas on Commodores that are like the one spoke that sort of looks like that. Whatever they're called, them. What breed is your dog? Spoodle. Bailey is a Spoodle. Mods you dislike. Flames on a car, like on the car, not shooting flames, like sticker flames or anything. Don't like that. Funniest car moment. There was a time in the wet in the XR8 that I went around a roundabout with Gemma in the car, and this was, I think it was fairly fresh into our time dating, and yeah, I went around and the back kicked out quite a lot, had overcorrected and fully did a 180 and ended up on the like off the road on the other side of the road. So luckily it was quite quiet, but yeah, I ended up turning around, going backwards off the road and then up someone's driveway, it was just a dirt driveway, like we're in the middle of nowhere, but that was probably a bit funny. As a kid, did you ever see yourself owning a 600 horsepower plus car? No, I did not. I didn't, well, when I was a kid, I didn't really even know what 600 horsepower meant, but no, I thought maybe I'd just stick with like, you know, the 400 horsepower, 450 mark, which is actually, when I was speaking to Matt from Precision about doing all the mods on my car, I told him I want like 450 horsepower, and yeah, he sort of said, well, let me know what, because it'll depend on what turbo I go. This one's good for like 500, 600, you know, around that. And yeah, then all of a sudden, now it's capable of 650, exactly as is. But no, I didn't see myself doing that, but I'm definitely glad I did. Roughly how much was it to go from stock power to 600? So when I bought it, it was completely stock, other than it already had the turbo side intake. And it cost me, I think, I did the catback exhaust with Royal, and I can't remember how much that cost me. But if you add that into the mix, maybe it costs 15 grand maybe to get it from stock to 600, 650. Dream car, well, I went over that before. Audi R8, R35. Ultimate dream, I'd say that's it. I'd love a FC RX-7 or an FD or an RX-3. But yeah, my ultimate dream car is a Audi R8. Getting new wheels soon. I have been looking at that as well. It's hard because I love the idea of getting new wheels, but I don't know, every time I see it on the Kiwamis, I don't know, I fall in love with it. I just they're my favourite wheel. I just love them. Well, actually, no, second favourite wheel, but my favourite wheel, I don't know if that'd suit it, but Scary Supra, when can I bomb a YouTube video? Well, you're doing it now, pal, so thanks for that, Scary Supra. What's your opinion on Golfs? Psyched. So this is my Greenbank buddy, which, if you don't remember, he blew his turbo racing me at QR. But nah, I like Golfs. Not so much the older ones, but the Mark 7s and like the 7.5 or whatever. I think they're pretty cool. I'd have one, but I just think it's such a hard car to make it stand out because there's so many of them now. So, and not that they're all the same, but they all sort of do very similar mods. I suppose it's the same with Falcons, but yeah, I think it's pretty hard to make a Golf really stand out. We need to film for sure, Jesse, which, if you watch the last video, is the that black XR6 that slammed on the Meisters. Yes, we do. How's the house coming along? Just answered that before. What's your best car memory? Could be anything. It would either be when my mate and I were in America. We went to Vegas and I hired a Lamborghini Huracan and he was in a Ferrari 488, I think it is. And we got to race around the track out in Vegas, which was pretty cool. If not that, it'd be going to the rallies with the old man when he was rallying his RX-7 before he passed away. Yeah, there'd be heaps of cool cars, but yeah, hearing that RX-7 blast through the hills and everything was pretty cool. When's the next car wrap coming? Again, I don't know. Does she tip in? I've never tipped in the Falcon. I've never done donuts. Nothing. I don't want my power steering pump to die. Do you reckon you'll ever change the wheels? Yes, I do. But I don't know when. And yeah, I don't know. I can't be bothered. If I want to get something, it'll be genuine and it'll probably be works, or I don't know, but the wait time at the moment is ridiculous, so I'm not in a rush to change. But that's it for the questions I had now. Hopefully it answered one of your questions. If you have any more, leave them in the comments below and I can do a part 2 of this. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you got through to the end. I know it'll be a fairly long video with nothing too exciting happening, but for those that have watched to the end, thank you very much. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll be home in 2 weeks from tomorrow, and there will be the downshift night meet when I'm back down. I think that's the 3rd of March. So yeah, I'll be there. If you're around town in Beenleigh, then check in, come say hi, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys. Peace.
I don't really care what you need, 'cause I got my full Falcon. My full Falcon. My full Falcon. It's a 63 Falcon. Take it away, fellas.